Discussion of the middle ear. This is the specimen of the head and neck. This is a front view. We have removed the skull cap. This is the external ear. You can see this is a right side external ear. This is a left side external ear. You can see this is the orbit. This is the front side. This is the back side. This one is the anterior cranial fossa. This is the front side. This one is the anterior cranial fossa. This one is the middle cranial fossa, and this is a posterior cranial fossa. You can see here we have removed the skull cap on the bone. You can see here we have removed the skull cap. You can see this is a anterior cranial fossa. This one is the middle cranial fossa, and this one is the posterior cranial fossa. This is the vitreous part of the temporal bone, and inside the most outer side, this is the external acoustic meatus, and the ear, it contains the three part: external ear, middle ear, and inner ear. We will discussing the middle ear. It lies between the external ear and internal ear. This is the vitreous part of temporal bone. This is the most roof of the vitreous part of temporal bone. It is called the tegmen tympani, and here we can remove the tegmen tympani. This is the left side of the ear. We have already removed the tegmen tympani, and you can see tegmen tympani, the roof, it makes the roof of the middle ear. The lateral wall of the tegmen middle ear, you can see this is the lateral wall. You can see here this is the tympanic membrane, and this tympanic membrane, the vibration, it produces the sound. Here you can see this is the handle of malleus. You can see this is the handle of malleus, and this is the incus. You can see this is the incus, and this one is the handle of malleus. You can see outer side on the other ear we have removed this is the malleus, head of the malleus. This is the handle of the malleus, and this handle of the malleus which is attached to the tympanic membrane, and head of the malleus which is attached to the incus. Here you can see this is the incus, and it makes the maleo-incus joint, and the long process of incus, this long process of incus which united with the, this is the stapes. This is the head of the stapes, and from the neck it has a two body, anterior and posterior body. Here you can see this is the stapes which is united with the long process of the incus, and all three vesicles, three bones which is lies inside the middle ear. So the lateral wall which is formed by the tympanic membrane, the medial wall which is lies on the medial aspect, this side it is called the medial side. We have removed the bony part. Here you can see this bony part we have removed. This is the basal tone of the cochlea. You can see this is a basal tone of the cochlea, and which makes the promontory. Above and posterior to this promontory, here the foot plate of the stapes which is close the oval window. So basal tone of the promontory, it is lies into the middle of the medial wall of the middle ear. Above, superior and posterior to it, there is a oval window which is closed by the stapes, foot plate of the stapes. Above to it, there is a oblique part of the facial nerve. Here you can see this is the facial nerve. This is a facial nerve. This is the oblique part of the facial nerve, and above to it there is a medial wall. It contains the lateral semicircular canal. So the medial wall which is contains from above to downwards, most above there is a postero-superiorly, it is by the lateral semicircular canal. Below to it there is a oblique part of the facial nerve, and we have cut the facial nerve and reflect the bony parts, and below to it there is a oval window which is closed by the foot plate of the stapes, and middle part it contains the first basal turn, it is called the promontory. And posteriorly and inferior to this promontory there is a round window, so it makes the medial wall of the middle ear. The anterior wall of the middle ear, you can see here anterior wall which is formed by the anterior wall of the middle ear, which is most lower part. It is formed by the intercarotid artery. You can see we have removed the bony plate. Intercarotid artery just above to it. Anteriorly it is connected by the pharyngotympanic tube, or it is called the auditory tube. Internally it is open inside the nasopharynx, and above to it there is a tensor tympani muscle. So anterior wall, most above there is a tensor tympani, middle it is the pharyngotympanic tube or auditory tube, and lower by the intercarotid artery. The floor, this is the floor of the middle ear. You can see here, you can see this is the sigmoidal sinus. It becomes continuous as we remove the sigmoidal sinus. This is the sigmoidal sinus. This sigmoidal sinus, it becomes continuous as a interjugular vein, and this interjugular vein makes the floor of the middle ear, which is covered by the bony plate or petrous part of the temporal bone. And also here you can see inside the jugular foramen it passes the spinal accessory nerve, and 9th and 10th cranial nerve, it is the glossopharyngeal and vagus nerve. So the floor which is formed by the interjugular vein, which is separated by the bony plate, it is the petrous part of the temporal bone. So middle ear floor which is formed by the interjugular vein, which is separated by the petrous part of the temporal bone. Roof which is formed by the tegment tympani. We have removed the tegment tympani. It forms the roof of the middle ear. Lateral wall we have already discussed. It is formed by the tympanic membrane. And medial wall we have already discussed. It is formed by the petrous basal turn of the cochlea. It is called the promontory. Postero-superior to the promontory, which is closed by the oval window, it is closed by the stapes, and above to it, it is formed by the oblique part of the facial nerve. This is the oblique part of the facial nerve, and above to it there is it is formed by the lateral semicircular canal. Posterior wall of the middle ear, which is formed by the posteriorly, here we have removed the bony part. It is formed by the adductus to antrum. It is the opening, which is a mastoid hair cells, which is open. Posteriorly, it is communicated with the mastoid hair cells, and it is also formed by this is the vertical part of the facial nerve. This is the which part? Vertical part of the facial nerve. This is the oblique part, but the inside the stylomastoid foramen, it is goes vertically downwards, and it is come out through the stylomastoid foramen, which makes the vertical part of the facial nerve lies posteriorly bound. It makes the posterior boundary of the middle ear. Anteriorly we already discussed. It is formed by the most above there is a tensor tympani. It is not seen here. Pharyngotympanic tube or auditory tube, and below it is by the intercarotid artery. So this is about to the boundaries of the middle ear. Here once again you can see this is the stapes. This is the stapes. You can see this stapes. This is a incus, and this one is a malleus. So, and this is the first basal turn of the cochlea. It is called the promontory. Content of the middle ear: 3 vesicles, 3 bone stapes, incus and malleus, 2 muscles, one attached to the stapes, it is stapedius, and one attached to the handle of the malleus, it is called the tensor tympani. There are 2 muscles, 2 now chorda tympani at the near to the tympanic membrane, and another is the tympanic plexus. These are the content of the middle ear.